Pranama mantras. जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमय की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Reading from 13th chapter, shloka number 16. Bahir antascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha shukshmatvat tad abhigneyam durastham chantike chatat. Bahir antascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha sukshmavat tat avigneyam dhurastam chantike chatat. Translation: the supreme truth exists both internally and externally, in the moving and non-moving. He is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know. Although far away, he is also near to all. So here Krishna is talking about himself, where he all exists, where all you can see Krishna. The realized soul, where all they can see. So he says, first of all, he is internally, that means he is in everyone's heart. So Krishna, in another shloka, he tells Arjuna that Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishto. So he says Sarvasya Cha Aham. So Sarvasya means everywhere. Cha Aham. Aham means I. Sarvasya Cha Aham. Hridhi. Hridaya. Hridhi means heart. Hridhi Sannivishto. See, he says he's placed in everyone's heart and he's guiding. So what is he's giving? Matha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So from him the remembrance is coming, from him the forgetfulness is there, from him the intelligence is driven. So a particular living entity is being guided or given the direction wherever he is wandering. So that is what internally he is present everywhere. And externally, as we have seen in 8th chapter, he talks about the 8 different external energies, separated energies. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayor, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankara, Iti Yamme, Bhinna, Prakritir, Ashtadha. So he says these 8 elements, the primary elements, I am spread across everywhere, this material world, and that is how it is made out of. So any object or anything you see in this world, it is made out of all these 8 elements, one or all of the 8 elements. Even our body, surrounding whatever we build or whatever the living entities we see, everything is built upon these primary 8 elements. So we have to understand how powerful the Supreme Lord is. So we have heard God is great. So how great he is, we have to understand. Just by God is great, that is not sufficient. That is the preliminary. So just like that is ABCD. Okay, you heard that God is great, but we also have to read, understand, digest how great, how powerful he is. So even materially also how powerful he is. This material world is just one fraction just 1/4 of the entire creation. So just one portion is so huge. We have multifarious universes here itself, multi-dimension. So we have millions and billions. We cannot even count so many universes, and within those universes, millions and billions of planets are floating in the air. So many living entities within one such planet, and within our circumference where we go, we see so many living entities. So just imagine in the air or on the land, in the sea, wherever we go, there are so many living entities. And just from one place we see, and just imagine how many universes like this exist. And beyond this, there are unlimited spiritual planets which do not get destroyed, which does not get annihilated. This place is told as mentioned in Vishnu Puran, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So it says that this place is temporary, and this is full of misery, and keeps annihilating again and again. So there is Mahavishnu who is lying, and from him all the existence which comes out. So like bubbles, we have seen sometimes in the water, there are so many bubbles which comes out. So each bubble, just like those bubbles, so Mahavishnu, when he exhales, when he breathes out, there are so many universes created. And when he inhales, so many universes go inside him. So we have pores, there are hairs coming out, there are pores. So it is said that there are universes coming out of his pores also, of his body. So we are just living a fraction of second, not even a second, in front of Lord Vishnu. So that is how powerful he is. So for us, it's a very, very long time. Even in front of us, Lord Brahma lives for many trillions of years. Just one day is many lakhs of years. So imagine how small, tiny we are with this tiny brain, teeny brain. There's a small brain we have, and with this small intelligence, we are concluding that there is no God. I am powerful. Everything happened because of me only. I have so much of money. So this is ahankara, false ego. So we have to come out of that. That is happening because of our ignorance. So the jivas are ignorant. So come out of ignorance, it is possible by the bhakti process. So to come out of this and to be situated on the platform of bhakti process, one has to be situated on the goodness platform, pure goodness. So there are three modes of nature or gunas. So you might have heard earlier also Sattva guna, Raja guna, and Tamoguna. Generally, all the living entities are in Rajo and Tamoguna. That means someone is passionate, Rajoguna, and someone is ignorant. Ignorant means he is ignorant of himself, he is ignorant of the Supreme Lord, he is ignorant of all the variety of creation which is there around him, just like a frog in the well. There's a story, frog in the well, it is thinking that the well and the water which is there, that is all his world. There's nothing beyond this. So we live in such a world. Our thinking capacity or memory or our capacity is so limited that we think this is only everything. But as per the Vedas, the Shastras, they give more insight to what it exists beyond this. So we have to take it from the higher authorities. So one has to be, the qualification is to be submissive. One has to surrender, one has to be submissive, listen. He has to hear the truth, the supreme truth from an authorized person. So that is the first qualification. You have to have the inclination, the aspiration to hear, and from the right source. Only from the right source of knowledge one can understand who the supreme truth is, or else you will be misguided and you'll never realize it completely. So that is possible. So one has to come to the stage of Paramahamsa. So we have heard about Hamsa. Hamsa means swan. So if you see swan, every animal has its qualification. Just like the lizard, if you see, it can climb the smooth polished wall also, whereas we cannot. So every living entity, every species has some qualification to sustain itself. So the Hamsa, the swan, has a special qualification that if you mix water with milk and give it to that swan, it can just take the milk and separate the water. Pure white milk it can drink, and it will leave behind the water. So there are certain swans, they very high quality of swans which can do this. So that means what it we can imply here is this material world is full of misery, but still here the existence of Lord is there, his energies are there. We can, just like the swan, take the association of the devotees, Bhakti Marga, and go to the higher platform in realizing the supreme truth. Just like the Hamsa, which divides the milk and the water, similarly, we can spiritualize within this world, living in this world, by the practice of Bhakti Yoga. So one has to be very sincere, submissive, and pure by heart, pure by thought. So the Paramahamsas guide us like this. There are so many Paramahamsas within the history of what we have read in the Vedas. Narad Muni, Ambarish Muni, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, they are all Paramahamsas, great Rishi Munis. They are all Paramahamsas because they know the supreme truth. They have seen the supreme truth. So the one who has seen the Supreme Lord, they have realized, they have heard. So we have to hear from them. Just like a mother tells a child who is the real father. So right from the source, right from the beginning, the mother is teaching the child that, he is your father. He is the one who will raise you. He is the one who will support us. So there's a love and bonding. So similarly, just like the mother, we have to take the guidance of the acharyas. They have given innumerable, we cannot even count so much of knowledge they have passed down since the generations. We have to take it. So this is the one good quality in Kali Yuga, that just by chanting the holy name, we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All the the mantra, Maha Mantra, which is given. So one who chants sincerely and who follows the rules and regulations which is mentioned can uplift himself and go back to Godhead within this lifetime. And Krishna guarantees that those who are devotees will never fail. And even in any circumstances, he is there to help them. So that is the qualification in this Kali Yuga, that we don't have to do here and there so many things, just by listening, hearing and chanting. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Shravanaha means hear. Kirtana means we just have two things. This is enough. Hearing and chanting. This is the beginning process of the Bhakti Yoga. So one who perfects, he can reach the platform of Paramahamsa. So I conclude my class here. Anybody has any questions related to this shloka or any comments? Else we can move to the next program. Okay, Sri Hari Prabhu, next what else we can do?